What happens to the price of Gala Games if it were to reach $100 billion market cap? Let's take a look at this. First and foremost, Gala is sitting at 3 cents, and if we take a look at its all-time high market cap, back in the last bull market, this thing hit $5.2 billion. So if it were to reach $100 billion market cap, this is 20 times more than what happened in the previous bull market. And if you think that is possible and you think that this is a possibility and that Gala Games is going to continue increasing and developing their ecosystem, well, potentially 100 billion could happen. Now, of course, anything can happen in a bull market, but I just want to say that this is definitely not a guarantee. Just for some comparisons, if we take a look at Cardano did reach about $95 billion worth of market cap in the last bull market. But if you compare Gala Games and Cardano, they're not necessarily the same thing. Yes, Gala has come out with their own Jiri blockchain. I think that is going to be a huge catalyst when it becomes available to everyone and that all of their games are on their own blockchain. I do believe that's going to have a very positive impact for Gala. But again, just keep in mind here, this is pure speculation. Now, to put things into perspective even more, if we take a look at Axie Infinity, this thing was going crazy in the last bull market. I think every single one of us heard about it. And it only reached a $10 billion market cap at its peak. Now, I say only because, again, if we're looking at a $100 billion market cap, this is 10x what Axie Infinity did. And in terms of price, that was about $160 per token. Of course, we're not taking into account the supply here. That's why I'm mainly looking at market caps. Now, if we take a look at Decentraland, which is another very popular gaming coin if you want, and back in 2021, this thing hit about $9.5 billion worth of market cap. And again, if it were to reach 100 billion, well, that's 10x what Decentraland did do. So going back to Gala Games, I believe there's a lot of confusion with the circulating supply, the max supply, and the total supply. So first and foremost, if we kind of just read what Jason here, the CEO, founder of Gala, is saying, he says this is what happened with the burn. And I think I even made the same mistake here, but he says burns decrease from total supply, not the max supply. So again, going back to CoinMarketCap here, the max supply does not change. It's still 50 billion, but the total supply does change. So the amount of tokens they burnt, which was around 22 billion tokens, I believe it was, that actually came from the total supply. So that is something super important to note here. And he says most of crypto doesn't understand this because most burns are from an ICO, which is an initial coin offering, related coins where the max supply is the same as a total supply. Now, he does say that in this Gala ecosystem, the founders nodes receive a daily distribution through supporting the network. And that is something that we know, and that the rate at which these rewards are received is determined via an algorithm that takes total supply into account. So obviously the total supply is what changes. The max supply is not going to change. It's still going to be 50 billion. Now, if you want to take a look at this dashboard, again, Risky Fish just updated this and he is now tracking the V2 of Gala Games and you can see everything that's happening now. So if we take a look at the circulating supply, we are sitting around 24 billion in circulation right now. And if we take a look at the total amount burnt, we're sitting around 20.9 billion. So with that being said, this means that CoinGecko would potentially be more accurate than CoinMarketCap. Not too sure what's going on here, but the circulating supply is definitely more along the lines of 24 billion, which would mean our market cap currently is around 724 million. So that is something to take note here. And again, this dashboard is updated on a daily basis. So you can see the different amount of tokens minted on a daily basis. And again, as Jason is saying here, this is coming from people who are running nodes. Because they're running nodes, they're getting rewards in the Gala token, which are new tokens minted. And as we know, there's also an amount of Gala that is being burnt, but to say the least is Gala is still inflationary, and we see it here with the 1 million tokens that came into circulation for the day today. So if we go back to CoinGecko here and we assume that we are going to reach a $100 billion market cap. So if we go $100 billion in terms of market cap, again, I am not saying this is going to happen. And if we were to say this is going to happen right now when there's 24 billion tokens in circulation, well, we can go ahead and divide that by 24 billion. And that would mean we would have about a $4.15 Gala token. Now, of course, that is probably not going to happen because Gala is still inflationary. And if the next bull market is only in 2024 or 2025, well, we're going to have a lot more tokens in circulation. So if we just assume that, let's say there is about 1 million tokens that are minted on a daily basis for Gala, and we say that the next bull market is going to be in 2025. So assuming that, and if we take 365 days per year, we assume 2 years to get to 2025, and we say that every year or every day, there's actually about 1.5 million Gala minted. So if I go ahead, do 1.5 million, we can see that that is going to be an extra 1 billion tokens in terms of circulating supply. Now, I just took an arbitrary number here. 1 million was today's inflation. If we take a look at the previous inflation rates, I mean, it does vary, of course. So I just took 1.5 million and we're just going to go with that. But if that is the case, that would essentially mean that we have 25 billion tokens in circulation. And again, we can do the same exercise, assuming Gala goes to 100 billion and we divide that by 25 billion tokens. Well, you've guessed it already, that is $4 per Gala token. Now, keep in mind, this is if Gala goes to $100 billion market cap. Again, you can do this exercise with a bunch of different numbers, but that is what I wanted to share with you guys. If you think it's going to do the same thing Cardano did once, well, maybe it goes to $4. If you think it goes to the Axie Infinity market cap of 10 billion, well then obviously it's not going to be at $4 and it's going to be much less than that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely keep an eye out on CoinMarketCap as well as CoinGecko. But again, from what I've seen is that CoinGecko is probably more reflective of the actual stats than CoinMarketCap. And again, have a look at this dashboard to keep up to date. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.